Hello and welcome to a Let's Play of Age of Wonders 2, The Wizard's Throne. Sorry about the look of this option screens. The actual game is full screen. It's easier for me to record this game this way, so that's why it's the option screen is sort of in a small window. And we might as well get started. The game is a turn-based strategy game. This is the campaign screen. Yeah, I'm going to skip the tutorial because it's a tutorial. The campaign consists of 3 mission sequences. First, fire sphere, 3 missions there. Then water, then life, then air, then earth, and then death, and then it'll end up in a cosmosphere, where I think all of these are combined in a single gigantic mission. The campaigns are separate, meaning what we learn or spells and skills we learn in the fire sphere don't transfer to the water sphere, so we'll always have to start again at nothing. But the 3 missions in a sphere, I think it's 3, will be a single campaign, so everything we achieve in the first episode will go to the second and third. So let's get started.
Fire. Initiation phase.
The desire for vengeance burns within me. Did I choose this place or did Gabriel? I had family in this desert. I was born here, and here I am reborn. I lived here when times were pleasant, before demon cats slaughtered my people. I have tried to rouse them to fight back, but they fear the cat people and their fire god Yaka. I will dispel their superstition and gain their trust.
So, cat people. Evil cat people. As if there is any other kind. We can, sphere, fire initiation phase will place humans. Turn modes, we can choose between classic and simultaneous. I'll take the simultaneous, although I don't prefer it. Reason is why I'm taking is it means that computer and me will basically do our thing at the same time. The clear benefit of that is that when I end a turn, I don't have to wait a computer to do his thing and do nothing. So I can just move on to the next turn immediately, and there's not going to be any waiting periods between them. Difficulty normal. We're not going to be a beginner. We're not going to take it easy, and I don't really know what's the difference between normal and hard, so might as well stay normal. Get to choose a few abilities, mainly 1, 2 if we take a negative. The problem here is that we can learn all the positive skills in the missions we play, so I don't see any point in taking the negative ones. I just don't. So, what should we pick? I'm picking Survivalist. It's reduced upkeep for our units. And I think it's 1 gold per unit tier. So a first tier unit is 1 gold cheaper, second tier 2 gold cheaper, and so on and so on. What it means is we can have a larger army than our income generation would really allow. So I'm not sure we need it, but it's good for a start. Yep, let's get started. And yeah, now the game should look a bit more normal. Yaka! Who dares to sneak through my domain? Ah, Gabriel must have sent you. The old fool should have known better than to send a human. Prepare to burn. Mhm. Gabriel, your journey starts here. Contact the refugees that have scattered. Stick together because there are scavengers about. Yeah, and this is our main character of this entire game, Merlin, the wizard. Wizards here are they're essential units, but they're not great combat units. What it means is you need to make sure you protect them well, but at the same time it means you have them sit around in some city with a wizard tower instead of having them with you. A little bit of explanation of what we can see here. And this is the basic information. We can center on our wizard, what spells we are researching. What spells we are currently trying to cast. Our gold, 500, 0 incoming. 20 mana crystals, 0 income. And spell power or casting points, 20. Those are the most important stats. What we can produce or buy, what we can cast, how much things we can cast in a turn. And there's the map in the bottom right corner, but it's mainly black, but we can see shit. So we can see refugees, and the city of Kingder lies in ruins. Okay, let's get started. We need troops. For 0 gold, they offer to join us. That's a knight and some kind of a cavalry. Yeah, it's actually just cavalry. Try to spread around very fast. There should be infantry somewhere here. Human survivors. Glad you made it out as well. This place is still crawling with cats. Yeah, isn't that wonderful? We want to spread around very quickly. Maybe should not go into fire. Okay, a watchtower. Might be something here, nothing here. More troops and a mine. The little border around our wizard, the blue dotted border, it's our casting radius, or our... It's not exactly the casting radius though, it's the area where our magic can influence things. It's only this small area now because the wizard is on the move. If he sits in a wizard's tower in a city somewhere, it'll vastly increase in size. At that point it'll also start to create a small area around our heroes, so we can always cast spells when our heroes are fighting. And we can extend the area through various means. Here is a red dotted area. The top is here, so yeah, we can see the top of our wizard's tower here. There's a city there. We probably want to capture that. We don't want to have our wizard running around here. That's always a bad thing. We need to find a city as soon as possible. $62 gold pieces. Campsites. A small party has set up camp here. They will either join you or fight you. They will join me for 130 gold. We need to attack the city fairly fast. We have 400 gold and we're 43 gold in the negative each turn, so we can't keep this going for long. And a free crossbowman. I'm fairly... Ooh, buccaneer. No, I mean swashbuckler. Tier 2 units. Okay, combat guy, nothing special, but fire pistol ability and taunt ability make a good one, and also move over water. This is basically a sort of a typical low-grade melee combat unit combined with a decent mid-level range unit. The taunt ability can draw fire on this guy, so if you have someone very clearly dying, or you have an enemy surrounded by your other melee troops, so you can taunt it, so it'll come straight after you, meaning your own guys get free attacks on it. And there's a lurker here. I think we'll bypass that. We have no reason to attack the lurker. It's protecting some kind of a far-seeing spot there. Reflecting blue pool. Reveals distant lands. It's not something we need at the moment. Okay, watchtower. Hey look! A ship to the northeast! Traveling along the river should be much safer than walking over land. Okay. Take your word for it. Our opposition in this city is pretty weak, so we probably want to attack it as soon as possible. It won't stay weak for long. Can I get into range so I can support the attacking group with my spells? Yes, I can. I'll take control of this ship too. I'm not gonna go on the ship yet though. We need to scout around. $43 mana crystals. Okay, let's take the city. We need to stop the loss of money as soon as possible, and they only have 3 units here, out of which 1 is a ranged user, so it's a good time to attack before they gain any strength. You can produce a shitty unit each turn, so each turn we wait will just going to make things worse and worse for ourselves. Nice shots. We could cast a spell, but frankly we have terrible spells, so it's not really a damage spell. Also, we do have the heal ability on the monk, but you can't use healing outside of combat, so if you want to heal your guys you have to do it in combat. It doesn't make any kind of logical sense, but I guess it sort of balances the game better in the sense that if you can use those healing units outside of combat, what usually ends up happening is that the enemy is going to just produce a huge number of them constantly everywhere, and it's much better, or possibly at least easier, to balance things when they only provide some comfort during the actual single combat. And we successfully taunted him. For the next 2 rounds, the unit will only attack this guy. Why did I do that? Because I'm fairly well protected from his range attack now. He'll have to move if he wants to attack us. So he'll have to it'll protect our wounded infantry. And he's never gonna take down the swashbuckler, so it's more of a safety precaution. Yep. I think he basically moved as close as he can to attacking this. Since he had no other option, he attacked something else. But yeah, he basically did nothing. Normally he would have attacked 3 times against one of our wounded units. Okay, nice victory, no casualties. Message from Yakar. You coward! You got that small victory only by surprising me. You filthy humans do not deserve the power of the flame. You deserve to be consumed by the fire. So, tough words. It's probably true though. This is a pathetic little village we got from him. It basically has the wizard tower and nothing else. So, he is correct. I want access to pioneers as soon as possible, and I certainly don't want any halberdiers, terrible units. I want the pioneer because with it we can rebuild the ruins of Kinger, which is a city, instead of a village like Lahar and Sindra. It'll probably have closer to 2,000 people when these have 200 to 300, so production in there is going to be much faster. Income generated from there is going to be much greater, and so on and so on. So yes. The problem is we built the pioneer here. This is probably going to be reduced to an outpost. Don't particularly care though. I think it's worth the trade-off. Extra monies for us, and the border for our magic is now vastly increased. And there's a magical item there. We don't have a hero though, so it won't do us all that much good. I need to send someone on the ship. Okay. Gabriel. A nature spirit dwells in the life node. These spirits are perky, but they are a force to be reckoned with. Sometimes they can be unexpected allies, so there we can see it. There's a city there. What is it? Is it a neutral one or a hostile one? Okay, we're at the edge of the map here, and we aren't gonna find anything else. We want to attack this. That's a fire node. There's 2 fire cats there. Firebolt as attack and no melee capability, so that's your basic archer unit, I guess. Yeah, I'll command the battle. We don't have to manually command every fight. Ugh. This shouldn't be a tough fight. These guys cannot defend themselves against melee attacks at all. So now that we've gotten so close, we should be pretty much safe. I'm pulling back the archer in order to save it. I'm pulling back a little and taunting the bastard. Yeah. Easy victory. More importantly, we have a fire node now, which produces 20 power for us because we are also part of the fire sphere. And we found a teleporter. I had to send someone through it, but I'm not sure who. Probably one of the weaker units. The thing is, we might not be able to come back from it. So I'm not sending. I'm at least keeping the knight away from it. It's our only real combat unit at the moment. Okay, guard. If we disembark some units here, we can reach the town of Kahiri to the south. Hopefully it hasn't fallen to our enemy yet. Yeah, that's what I wanted to see. It doesn't appear to be. There's usually a flag there, so it's probably not captured yet. Huh. Enemy coming our way. Yeah, more spells. We could also research skills, but they take quite a bit longer and we don't produce all that much magic at the moment. Belendor, the Knights. Human Warrior, neutral. Stats don't look impressive, but he's a level 1 hero. No special abilities either, so your typical very straightforward fighter type. He costs 125, I'll take that. You really need to have a hero, at least one, and it'll take quite a bit of time to develop him to be any good, so... Trying to take the archer there so we can negotiate with them. Maybe we can buy their allegiance. Okay, we can teleport south, north where the nature node is, back to south. Okay, we can't get back where we need to get back home, so this is a one-way trip. I'm definitely not sending the knight there. The knight and the hero we just bought should allow us to defend this area quite effectively. Probably we can get this cavalry to help too. Yep. The trash unit group. I'm sending the swashbuckler to explore. Basically because he can move in on water, so if we get into an area like this, we can just move wherever we want to. And he's good enough that you need something, a proper unit to take him out. He's capable enough of a fighter. It shouldn't be a tough fight. A little bit of reinforcement wouldn't hurt. Okay. Life node. So we order node. An apparition. So you have come. Outside of the Valley of Wonders, we have little power. Please take this city as a token of friendship to your hunted race. So that looks like Julia, the Elven Queen. We could use another city, certainly. We are piss poor and aren't generating much income. New spells. Fire Halo, Fire Immunity, Fire Strike. Might be a good one. The thing is, they seem to be using quite a lot of fire attack, so Fire Immunity would certainly be welcome. And our pirate, yeah, we have an outpost. 5 turns to grow into a village again. So 3 turns we do housing, so let's do housing. Is it worth it to get the pioneer? I think so. Because this is a city. It's vastly superior in income generation and production than our crappy little villages. So yeah. Ooh, I forgot about the item. Let's go take it, see what it is. Yeah, neutral city. For 0 gold, they offer to join you. 2 ballistas, a swashbuckler, and 2 halberdiers. Yes, please. Guard. Finally, some relief. Our thick walls have helped us hold off the Tigrans. Ah, we have a name for our cat people. Stone walls. A village. I think I'll build a temple complex or barracks. We could get easy access to archers. Yeah, a barracks is probably a better choice now. Ooh. Spirit of Nature message. I weep as I see all this destruction. You fire wizards are a mean bunch, but I sense you may be different. If you raise the fire node that has corrupted a once beautiful oasis, You shall get a nice surprise from me. Okay. That's a bit of a problem, because those are very good to me, and if we raise it, probably creates a fairly powerful creature of some kind. No message from the water node, but there's the city. Okay, Merlin. Who was that? Gabriel. That was the legendary Julia, Queen of the Elven Court. It appears that the elves have not forgotten about you. Yeah, they'll probably join us too. Yeah, they're refugees. Refugees seem to be joining us. Get into the city and send a halberdier to explore. There's gold. Go get the gold. More gold. Yeah, the quest system. Average Spirit of Nature mission. You can build shrines in your cities to worship one of the spirits. I think there's War, Order, Nature, and Magic, and they all give you different type of missions. Nature is trying to restore things to natural state. So anything unnatural that gets destroyed, hunting infidels, that sort of thing. The bigger choice here is, what do you really want in the longer term? Because the rewards are, at least the more interesting lasting rewards, are usually spells. So Spirit of War gives us a lot of fire spells, so I'm not gonna do that, because we're in the fire sphere, we're gonna get all those on our own anyway. But Order, Nature, and Magic will give us spells that we have no other way of really accessing. I just don't know if we have the troops to destroy the fire node. We can rebuild it later. Also, not sure if I want to do the nature spirit first. What I mean is, they're not compatible with each other, the different spirits. A spirit of order, for example, doesn't want you to go around burning things to the ground, so you can't just combine them. At least it's going to cause a lot of trouble. Yeah, free city. Another teleportation. Leads to the sister cities. The last patrol has not returned, be warned, so that's a death sentence. I think it's probably a one-way death sentence though. These are, yeah, Glade Runners. These are worthless combat units, they're mainly scouts as far as I can see. Probably are the Elven free unit. Blade Runner, yeah, the cheapest of the units you can get. I'm going to spread them around to see what we can scout. Okay, this looks like the teleporter might be the only way even to get out of here. I'm not sending anyone through yet. We need sufficient force here to raise this. Okay, maybe I should send these guys there too. The problem isn't really the raising, it's the fact that we have to kill whatever also pops up from there. Gold. Well, hopefully fight the fire halo is gonna be useful then. Magical servants. No, let's go with dispel magic. No, casting specialist. We don't have a lot of spell points we can use in a single turn. And we're broke, so we don't want to buy all that many units. We need a couple of crossbowmen so we can defend this. Yeah. Sending all three is too much though. Maybe we could just send the hero. Although in that case, we might as well send them all. We can use the boat to bring us from there to here. So, yeah, it's a bit risky, but not that risky. We're maybe for a window of few turns, we'll be quite vulnerable. Head north. Again, with the quest, we have to keep in mind that there's a limited amount of time to do them. That's 10 turns usually. Ooh. That's a neutral city. That looks like level tier 3 or 2 units. The stats don't look all that great, but it has a lot of special abilities. Blurred, phasing, magic bolts, magic protection, magic strike, night vision. Phasing is basically teleportation. Blurred is 25% chance to evade any enemy melee strike. So powerful abilities. Let's see if we can top them. More money. Rebuild structure executes. One turn and we have a city there. Yeah, 1440, and it won't grow any bigger. So a minor improvement. Our income vastly increased. I think it was it increased almost by 100. I didn't pay attention to the actual numbers. Okay, talk to the Tigrants first. That's potentially another city for us, so... For 315 gold. If I can afford it, I can afford it in 2 turns. I would like to buy it, because if I don't, the enemy is going to do it, and that's a decent amount of troops right there. I don't want his army to get reinforced by that amount of troops. Never mind. Refugees. 3 units, and they're guarding what looks like to be the only access point in this valley, so or not. Seven turns left to raise this. I want to save. Is this enough? Ooh. 50% chance of rebelling each turn. Is it the terrain? I think it's the terrain. Yeah, they're neutral toward me, so it's this shitty terrain that causes them to repel. Can I raise it? Okay, your forces aren't just pull back. So let's wait up then. Probably need quite a lot of forces. Yeah, we'll have to go. I'm taking the haste tree. It'll replenish our movement for this turn and speed us up, so we'll be able to get through this quite a bit faster. Fire Halo on 2 guys. That is Fire Immunity and Fire Strike. So extra damage, chance to ignite targets, and Fire Attack won't work on us. Okay, get everyone together. We'll attack on the next turn. This is probably enough. I'll move in this direction just to be sure. Okay, we still haven't seen a lot of the actual enemy we have to face here, but our own buildings are starting to look good. It'll take some time for things to really pick up though. We'll try to buy those in the next turn. Shit. We were one turn too slow. We'll pull out. Well, on the other hand, we now have money to spend somewhere else. Yeah, I'm building a spellcasting specialist. And we have our little village again. Building basic defenses, few units. So every place should have at least something to defend them. Yeah, I got a longbowman. Another burned village. More refugees. fire elemental. Okay, what a pleasant surprise! You have completed my quest. As promised, this reward is yours. So a ring of power, +2 to attack, +2 to damage, +2 to defense, +2 to resistance, or 250 in mana. That's a very good ring, so we'll take it. We took a little damage from the storm, but shit, it gave the magic item to our wizard. Can we afford to teleport it? No. That's a really good item. Mainly because rings aren't all that common, at least good ones. That's... with a level up you usually get +1 to 2 attributes. So that's like 4 level ups. Avengers. They'll basically attack and try to destroy everything they can get their hands on. So we're better off attacking them. Reason why I don't really want to. Is simply that we might have time to heal up a little bit. We'll see. We probably need a magical weapon though. Maybe not. It'll do more damage anyway. So it's welcome at least. We can rebuild that and use it like normal. We haven't built any kind of a shrine to nature yet. Although, seeing the magical items she's given us, I'm tempted to. Also, I'm very certain that we're not gonna get fire spells from her. Yeah, command battle. We have only fire spells. So not a lot we can do. I haven't talked about combat all that much, so let me put one thing straight here. Here you can see green, yellow and red. It basically, there are 3 action points for everyone for each turn, and there's no exceptions. The green means you basically have all your action points, so as long as you stay within the green area, you can use every ability no matter what it is after moving. And if I attack while we're still in green, I'll do 3 melee attacks. If we're in the yellow, I'll do 2. I can't use all of my abilities because some of them require the full 3 to execute, and so forth and so forth. When we're in the red. That's not too big of a deal. That's fairly simple to understand. The bigger consequence of this is the defense. In Age of Wonders 1, if you had a good hero, you could basically kill an infinite amount of creatures attacking you, because you'll always retaliate, and you can even have an ability that makes you attack first. So you can just kill a guy, and there's no way to tire someone out or take advantage of massive numbers, which makes the lowest level units worthless pieces of crap that are no good outside garrisoning, and even then they're sort of poor. What this system, change in the system means is that this is no longer the case, because even defending, or if I attack there, countering my attack or retaliating requires that you spend an action point. So what you can do with the shitty units is basically tire them their counters out. So when the better units get their turn to strike, you'll get 3 strikes in and they aren't going to retaliate at all. What I'm going to do now is going to pull back a little and fire my pistol. Also, I want to save these. Certainly want to save our hero. I want to protect my swashbuckler a little bit. The goal is fairly simple. We're trying to use up his action points so our heavier hitters can take care of him. We'll see how this works out. You can also try taunting, but does he have willpower? No, so that would work. Yeah, we'll go on the offensive. So 3 strikes against him potentially. 2. That's 2 strikes, he won't be able to take anymore. Yeah, I don't think he can counter anymore. Yep. So the knight should be able to take care of him. No. He has 1 point left. But his turn, on his turn he couldn't do anything. So because he used them all for retaliation before his turn began. So you can't have one very good unit and fight against a huge amount of enemies unless you really have something to deal with the an enemy swarm. With a few weak units we could basically force the fire elemental to not be able to do any kind of offensive actions against units we don't want him to take offensive actions against. Naturally we ran out of units fairly quickly, but we lost a couple of shitty units and we get a good kill out of this. Or we die, whatever. Well, we survived, so time to get the hell out. And we are in a bit of a hurry, because there is no proper defense on our side anymore. Swordman and crossbowman. Well, there's a construction resource here. That's a free building to the nearest city, so that's quite tempting. Magic bolts? Defense none. Okay, so that's a free spell for us. I think I want to upgrade this a little bit before taking production research. Basically get the temple complex and the barracks out of the way. They're fairly cheap and quick upgrades, only worth 80 gold, so anything above that is worth at least 100, likely 200 to 150. So it's a big jump in value there. I think I'll leave this halberdier here to see what else is here. New build a temple complex. islands. We could go here too, but the enemy force that I saw there was larger than we could handle. So I think we at least want reinforcements of some kind. Geyser. 48 mana and learn the geyser. So this water spell. Some water for the weary desert traveler. Cheers. Cheers indeed. More monies. And that's it. We're producing something. Are you producing something? Yeah, this is a fairly good. This is the best defended city we have, so we don't have to worry about that. This is probably the worst defended city we have. But it's also the safest, but in a different way. Okay. More production. I think we need units quite quickly, so we'll use the largest city we have. Level up. Offensive, defensive, or leadership. I don't want to take the leadership. I want this hero to be a killer. Very straightforward killer as soon as possible. So +1 attack and damage or +1 defense and resistance. Attack is basically a chance to hit, damage is damage, defense is chance to avoid getting hit, resistance is avoid getting damaged by magical attack. I think we're going for the defense now. The thing is, if you want to rely on your hero, it has to have a lot of survivability. And you need values like 12 at least to have any kind of chance. Now both are below 10. It just won't do. We can build a Shrine of Nature, which is probably what I will pick. We're going with Nature for this mission. The problem is we need better troops, more troops for the quests we're gonna get. So it's not a priority. Probably should try to reinforce this city anyway. So more production. Temple complex increases happiness, increases mana income. It's a easy upgrade that has a lot of benefits. No reason not to do it. And I forgot about the magical item. Can I just quickly pop in there and check it? Okay. And now we'll build barracks. As barracks has been built, we can use the production. What is production materials? Production resources, and probably get the what's the name of the last thing? Siege workshop. Get the siege workshop by just picking up the item, and that's at least very likely. So for the moment, wait. For the moment, go into that city. Continue scouting. Looks like this is just desert, and infantry is certainly a poor unit to scout around in any case. Barracks. War hall. We'll see if we're gonna harass these guys here. Just the presence of our units would be exactly what we need. Great bow. You get the archery skill, but bow. Yeah, looks like they didn't. Well, it's better knowing than just guessing. A couple of extra mana. Now, let's see what we can get from this. Hall of Enchantment or the Monastery. I'll take the... Produces priest, increases mana, or bestows garrison with your sphere's basic enchantment. We'll take the Monastery. We want more an offensive production, not to defend this side. So Monastery it is. Can produce monks at least. That's something. They have the heal ability, so having a few of them in any force is always welcome. Ring of Power. So now that single item turned this into from sort of a weak guy to a close to a tier 3 unit, a knight. This is what it is now. So it's very useful now. Still, we definitely want more of them before we want to go on any kind of attack spree. Alternatively, we could build additional pioneers, repair the windmill, or get the other city here. But this is probably the... yeah, do the siege workshop. We have one gold, one piece of gold. We're not going to be producing anything for a while. We should go... after the casting specialist, I'm going for the merchant for to get more income. We do need the champion skill, so we'll just get that ready. We don't have the gold for it. So... yeah, build the builder's hall next. Builder's Hall is such a basic building that I want that everywhere. More swashbucklers. A quick peek here. They're maintaining a decent force here, so I'll just keep them sort of there. If we move the units away from that, they might pull off the force too. Yeah, age of the map. I'm not gonna say no to free units, but what good are these here? I think I'll continue exploring. Seems like a better use for these units. Kahiri idol. Yeah, we don't have a lot of money. Siege workshop, builder's arch, yeah. Yeah, looking good. Merchants. What is that? Unicorn. Looks like fairly average cavalry with teleportation, I believe. Another enemy city. So 2 cities here. That's probably our first target when we go on the offensive. What is here? Ooh. Ooh. What is this? No point fighting this fight, we're dead. Yeah, they had basically a couple of basic archers and ballista, no chance in hell there. Yaka! Consider this a gift to celebrate our endeavor. It may come in handy if your rope accidentally catches fire. M. It's protected by poison plants. The thing is, elves have a defense, although weak, but a single unit of ours without magical support is not gonna be able to get through that. More importantly, there's no way of getting out of here without with a teleportation. We might be able to get all these units together and get there, but it will mean we need a way to get out of there. Let's see. Champion skill. Okay, we can now produce knights and witches. A witch every turn. Walk strike, magical bolts, life stealing, death strike, physical protection, poison protection. But the stats are terrible. It's basically a sort of a ranged magic user that is fairly combat capable. So I wouldn't say it's a terrible unit, but it's somewhat of a buffed version of a monk without the healing ability. Looking at a knight, it just won't do. Knight is a properly good combat unit. It's not supposed to be a knight type of creature though. I think we're just going to start producing knights. we need some kind of basic combat unit spread around, otherwise we can't really fight at all. Okay, we can get something like 5 guys there. Should be enough. And with the ship we can get the rest of them back. Okay, we should have enough funds to do some kind of upgrading. I'm not just sure where I want to do that. Probably something small scale like these occasional temple complexes. Whoops, their hero is there. So we're dead, at least we... Ooh, a teleporter. Teleporter lies in ruin, so it's potentially the end point of this. So it'll go in the center of the... at least in the middle of the Tigrans. We can't cast here anyway, so I don't know why I'm doing this. No, I don't want to. Anyway, our first new knight has been produced. The reason I'm at all doubtful at this point is that we have nothing to really attack the city properly. We can do it. You can do it with knights. You can just pour a few extra knights there. It's not exactly a great way to do things. I'm going to build a shrine of nature. By the time we get it, we'll have a few extra knights again. We're gonna do a little bit of switch around here. We're gonna send a few of our crappier troops there. And we're gonna get some knights back. Shrine of Nature. So that didn't take long to complete. I'm guessing we sort of have production in storage if we spend turns not doing anything. Let's see what the woman wants this time. Okay, behold, a fellow spirit. Nature blooms in your care. Heed my will and I will welcome you with a reward. Hunt infidels, difficulty average. And I can't convince... it's the difficulty because it's in a hard to reach location, or the difficulty because it's a hard to kill target. It's definitely a higher priority for me than getting that. So for the moment, gather up. With this group we might have a chance against an average opponent. Maybe the war hall is a good thing. No, I'll build a stone wall just to be sure. I don't want to fortify this too much, but stone wall is probably a reasonable investment. You retreated. Quest. Okay. Mystic, couple catnap. Yeah, I think we can take them. It's going to be easy though. They have 4 range units. I think tier 3, tier 2, tier 1. We have 2 tier 2s, 2 tier 1s, and a unicorn. I have no idea what this is. It's a tier... It's actually a tier 3. But the combat abilities don't really reflect that. Either way, we might lose all of them, but I think we can take them. I think we're gonna kill him. I want to command these fights when our better units are involved, even though it might not be necessary. Because sometimes the AI might do weird things with our magic, or like here, we have an archery ability. It might, even if we have a super strong melee character, the fact that it might have some kind of range ability could mean that the AI prioritizes the range ability forever before the melee. So we could even lose against some easy opponents because he doesn't take full advantage of our powerful melee attack abilities. Things like that. So with some other troops I might not care that much, but with our main hero I'll always basically fight our fights generally. We are gonna need a... We have a strong enough force to attack people in the and groups in the wilderness. We don't have strong enough to attack fortified cities. I guess we could produce catapults here. Yeah, that's probably our best bet. Yeah, and then attack, take those two cities away from him. 4 might be enough. This isn't a great group though. We lack scouting ability. I'm thinking of making the guy pioneer now. We could use another city just to produce extra gold for us. How much time do we have? 7 turns left. More than enough. We're gonna wait at least a couple of turns before doing anything. Without the siege engines, we can't really attack the cities all that well anyway. It's not because you can't get into the city, it's because the enemy and the cats have basically almost all of their units have some kind of range attack. So we're looking at a city full of some kind of range combat unit. So if we can't do one of two things, and to either be able to destroy or focus fire on the gates so we can get quickly burn through them, or attack inside the gates somehow to keep the damage at a tolerable level. And at the moment I don't think we can really do either of those things. So I think I'll end here for now. This will probably take another decent chunk of time before we can finish this. At least our production is now fully in operation. We'll get another new city. And after a few more units we can probably take these two cities. So this isn't that big of a map, so there's maybe, if we exclude the cities we have rebuilt, there's maybe half a dozen cities here. So half of them are here and another half maybe here. So if we just can get rid of these two cities, we'll have the map to ourselves. We have control of this area, probably more than half the cities in the entire map here. We have money, extra money. So even though it looks like there's a lot of maps still unexplored, the spine on the enemy will snap if we can break through this. And he can't afford a large army after he loses a couple of cities. Just as we have only a few cities, maybe about 3, 4, and we don't have all that many high stack or large stacks of armies, and we are barely getting 100 gold a turn. We need something like 75 at least so we can just keep producing more knights. And every night is a reduction in that. So yeah, getting these mines, removing 2 cities, and his army will shrink to a size where we can just walk all over him. But we'll see some other time.